What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Gag with Geesh. Again, rent prices so high, people feel like they're going homeless. So let's go through some of these clips and see what the people feeling like.
Our landlord wants us to move because he found somebody that's willing to pay $3,000 a month in rent. When we first moved here, our rent was $1,900, and there has been no updates to this house since we moved here. No new refrigerator, no new stove, nothing new to this house, but he can command $3,000 because of how the market is now. And so we're forced to move because he wants to get that for rent. Yes, and now we're trying to get into a market where all the rents have exploded, and it's because of what?
It's because of greed. Short answer. Everybody want to make that extra money, and if he could put you out and get $3,000 for rent, which is probably double of what you pay, yeah, it's greed. Yeah, and everybody in the space where they need a little extra money, so that's what that's for. And rent prices everywhere just skyrocketing. Well, some of them coming down, especially in my area, because people ain't rent like that. So and they got all these type of incentives, 2 months free and all type of things like that. So like where I'm currently at this apartment, I got 2 months free. My second month living here, I didn't have to pay. Well, this is my this month, this August, I didn't have to pay no rent this month because I got 2 months free, and then I think I get another month free in November. Yeah, November. So they giving out all type of incentives and stuff because people ain't got no money no more to be paying all these high rent prices. Thankfully, my rent is affordable to me, and internet Wi-Fi comes with is part of my rent, so that eliminated one bill for me. But yeah, people ain't got no money out here no more, and these landlords, some of them getting greedy, but a lot of them they gonna have to calm that down because if you ain't got nobody to rent it to, then baby you gonna have to bring them prices down.
That's how my morning's going.
I would like for you to tell me how much you think my rent is or how much you think it should be based off of the apartment tour I'm about to give you. And then at the end, I'm going to tell you how much I actually pay, and you're probably going to be shocked. So we're going to start here at the front door. I do live in an apartment complex and we are on the second floor. So this is the front door. You come in. To the right, there is a hall closet that I just use for the trash can and obviously the cat food because now they're going crazy since I opened the door. So just a little storage closet. Keep going around and we've got the kitchen. No.
I'm gonna go ahead and say just from her showing this kitchen with outdated appliances, a white stove, white refrigerator. Now, if you got white stoves and white refrigerators and you love it, I personally don't like nothing like that. So I'm gonna already say just based on this kitchen alone, I hope she not paying no more than 12, maybe $1,300 a month for that. And that's me being nice, but let's let her cool.
New appliances, they're all old appliances. No new countertops. It's like the really crappy laminate countertops. The dishwasher barely works. Don't be fooled by the nice fancy faucet. I installed that myself. It's mine. I also took the cabinet doors off of these two cabinets to give myself some open shelving, and it's really cute. And also don't mind the dirty apartment because I did not clean up for this. Attached to the kitchen, we have the living room.
I appreciate that. She said I ain't clean up for this. I'm just recording. She kept it real. She's like, no, y'all gonna see this real. I didn't clean up. That's how I'm living at this current moment or this recording. So that's what you're gonna see. Okay.
It's all an open concept. There's nothing separated, no dining room or nothing. So I have the living room here. This is my ceiling fan. I installed this myself. There was not one here. There was a plug in the ceiling for electrical, so I knew I could put one there. So I didn't install electrical myself, don't worry. But
And I hope when you leave, you take your ceiling fan with you. Don't leave that up. Don't get in nothing extra. Take your ceiling fan with you, cause I know I would. Especially, it's hot. It's probably hot, and then you had to put your own ceiling fan in. Now, I really hope she's not paying too much money for this apartment, but we gonna see.
My ceiling fan, it did not come with the apartment. Another view of the living room from the other side. The carpet is not new at all. It was not replaced before we moved in. It's not like dirty or gross or smelly or anything, thankfully, but it was not new when we moved in. That's also my light fixture. I did that one also myself. We do have a decent sized balcony, which I love. All of our other balconies have been really small, so I love the size of this one, and the cats love going outside. So past the living room, we have the hallway. 2 doors here. This one is the laundry room. It did come with a washer and dryer, which was great.
I do not like that stack. My last apartment before I moved to where I'm currently at had this same washer and dryer. To me, that's too outdated for me. It's actually one of the reasons I left my last apartment. Because those old stackable washer and dryers like that, for me, they do not get your clothes clean. And I will put clothes in the washing machine and come out, it still got the same stains in it. I do not like them old school appliances. Thank God, the washer and dryer that I have now, the new Samsung ones, the really nice ones. They clean your clothes real good and wash and dry your clothes real good. But I had those in my last place. I had to get up out of that. So
It is an old washer and dryer, nothing new or updated again, but I actually prefer older washing machines than newer ones. It has an agitator, which I love. I just love an old washing machine. I feel like my clothes actually get clean.
okay. So there's a different perspective. She says she prefers the old washing machine and dryer, the stackable ones. I did not prefer it. So just got to do things according to however you like it. If she like it, I love it. It worked for her. It didn't work for me, but I'm glad she liked those because I couldn't stand them.
Potato, get out. In the second closet over here is just another storage closet. I installed another shelf here again. I just keep like the vacuum and steamer and all that kind of good stuff in here. To the right of that, we have the bathroom. This is just a one-bedroom apartment, so there's just one bathroom. So you walk in, you can't open the door all the way because my litter box is on the other side there. But you come in, toilet. The bathtub is actually a really nice size. I love it. Do not look at that hair on the wall. That's gross. Vanity here, a nice sized vanity, but only one sink. A medicine cabinet, all of my decor, obviously. But again, nothing in this apartment is updated at all. It's still all the old flooring, all old appliances, all old everything, okay? And then on the other side of the hallway is the bedroom. Just a very basic bedroom, a double window, which is like wobbly, question mark. I don't think it's supposed to be a little bit wobbly like that. That's concerning. But bedroom, again, if you take out all of my lovely decor, you will realize it's such a basic apartment, basic bedroom. But it's a decent size, but also not that big. We do have to have our desk and everything in here, so there's not a lot of space, and we only have a queen size bed. I can't even open my closet door all the way because of the nightstand, and it's a normal size nightstand. My messy bookshelves, and then the closet. It is a walk-in closet. It is the biggest closet we've had. So when you walk in, I have enough room to have the dresser in here, so that saves space in the bedroom. We have hanging here and here. It's hard to tell from here how big the closet is, but it is a decent size. It's the largest one that we've had, like I said, so it is nice. And that's it. That's our whole entire apartment. Now I want you to guess how much our rent is.
I'm going, like I said, when she first started, I'm gonna say no more than $1,300 a month. Hopefully, 1,200, 1,300. That's being on the nice side. Y'all get in the comments and tell me how much y'all thought that apartment was. But let's see what she gonna say.
We're in Connecticut, if that helps. So put your guesses down below, and in a sec I will tell you what we actually pay. So for our rent with fees and everything, because there's always your base rent and then they always add on your fees like amenity fees, trash fees. So rent with all of our fees and everything, $2,000 a month for a 750 square foot apartment. A one-bedroom apartment. How are people ever able to afford to buy a house and like move up in the world? I have absolutely no idea, because I definitely thought when we moved into our first apartment when I was like 22, 23, and it was a one-bedroom apartment, 750 square feet, surely by the time I'm 28, we would have at least a bigger apartment. But no. Because the prices have gone up so much, we are still in the same size, same quality apartment that we were when we were 22, 23.
You know what? That's crazy. She pay about what I pay for rent, and but my apartment is fully updated. Everything here is updated, brand new, and I'm the first one to live in my unit as well. This is a brand
It
this is a brand new building, but Yeah, for her to be paying out, and then I don't really care for the tub. I like stand up showers, and that's what I got in my bathroom. But yeah, for her to be paying us, but then again, she is in a different location, so that location has a plays a big role in it too. So maybe that's why.
My mind. Rent prices are crazy.
Y'all, the rental crisis in the United States is insane. These rental prices are outrageous. The quality of these homes are despicable, and these landlords are outrageous. At this point, it has to be affecting the homeless populations. Like, there has to be people out there who are homeless just because of the rental crisis. I live in a smaller Midwestern area with no big cities, no nothing. Our income and cost of living here is lower than it is in other regions in the United States. The average is about $31,000, $32,000 a year, which means you should only be spending between $700 and $800 a month on your rent, which is even pushing it since all the prices of everything else have gone up, gas and food and utilities, everything. A couple years ago, the average rental around here was about $750 to about $800, which would be in line with the income rates that are in my location. These same houses are going for like $1,200 now. If you want something that doesn't have mold growing out of the ceiling and right next to a substance lab, you're going to be paying into the thousands. And that's just for like a 2-bedroom, like 900 square foot house with a garden for a backyard. Now, if you want something that has like 3 bedrooms and has a backyard or something, you're going to be paying like $1,800 to $2,200 a month in a place where the average income is $31,000 and most of us rent. Then you go even further than that, and 90%.
Did she? I don't think she said what city she stay in, but the average income is $31,000. Well, that's pretty low. Maybe she stayed down south in a real country town. I'm assuming for the average income to be that low, but and then when she said the rent was $1,200, I mean I think that compared to what's going on today, that's affordable for most people. But if you only bringing in $31,000 income, that's almost borderline poverty. So yeah, I could see why she felt like that's too much on the $31,000 income, paying a $1,200 more rent.
Places say no pets. When like what, 2/3 of us, like look at this right here. 2/3 of us have pets. So your choice is the place next to the substance lab or paying $2,000 to finally find a place that is even moderately safe and allows you to bring your 10-pound cat. And you're still going to end up with a landlord. Like I just saw one where they said if they come in and they do inspections, and if they see anything that they can attribute to the damage from an animal, which you have to pay a huge fee for in the first place, they will immediately evict you. And you have to sign to that. As if they can even prove it. This shit's insane. These landlords are tyrants. They are tyrants. If you're going to take on the responsibility of being a landlord, you should not be misusing and mistreating people. The U.S. has turned to freaking garbage.
You know, I feel her on that. If you're a landlord, don't be going in there abusing people. Now, I do own a home that's currently a rental property, and my last tenant, I had to get up out of there because she was living so nasty, and then I had no pets on my lease, and she still had pets, and tearing my backyard up, and yeah, she had to go. She signed a 2-year lease. I had her up out of my home in 8 months, but I also had my home under a property management company. Now some families lives in my house and taking care of it, which I rather have family in my home than tenants, because some of these tenants be very trifling. But yeah, but if you are a landlord, don't be no tyrant like she said. Because I felt like I was a pretty good landlord. I didn't bother you, even though. But it's just like if I'm not bothering you, and everything, if something was to break and I have it fixed for you immediately, give me the same respect and take care of my home. But unfortunately, a lot of these tenants don't, so I had to pull her out. But anyway, y'all, I appreciate y'all for checking out another episode of Gag with Geeks. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you have not already, or even if you want to. The choice is yours. It's a free country. And I will holler at y'all in the next video.